Hello from Shaunavon, Saskatchewan, Canada. So I have driven 3.5 hours from my hometown just outside of Regina to this small town called Shaunavon because they have been holding an event called the Southwest Mural Fest. And I have a passion for street art, of course. I love wandering around places and admiring murals and street art. So this was a must-do this year to check this out. I'm currently standing in front of one of the murals that was done last year. I think there were something like 11 done last year, and there are 7 being done this year. So it's going to be really cool because I'll get to see all the murals from last year that are completed, but I'll also get to see ones from this year that are kind of halfway finished because this is a 5-day event. I'm here on day 3, so the murals that are being done right now won't be finished. They'll only be half finished, which is super cool. It's a very different way of seeing the street art. And then next year when I come, I'll be able to see those ones completed as well as next year's in progress. So it's a really cool way to see all of the art and the evolution of it. Shaunavon is a very cute Saskatchewan town. Holds on to a lot of its historical charm, thank goodness. First things first, I'm going to head into the visitor center here to see if I can find a map of where all the murals are going to be. This is information about all of the artists that are making the murals this year. I will be seeing all of these, hopefully. And I think from last year, oh yeah, last year's is over here. Cool, hope to see that. And I've got this year's map over here. Perfect. Which hopefully has last year's also. This is such an impressive visitor center. There's a lot of stuff on display here. Wow, is this a printing press? Used by the Shaunavon Standard. Cool. A nice display. Painting in the background. Okay, so the plan of action is to start from mural number 1, way over here. Most of everything is on this main street, but I'm gonna go start with this number 1. Joshua Jacobson from Saskatchewan, and then work our way back because our truck is parked over there. So let's walk all the way over there first. Here we're coming up to number 1, Joshua Jacobson from Saskatchewan. So far I'm loving the look of this. Lots of Saskatchewan theming. Bison, antelope, trucks, train elevators. He said he's going through kind of in between windows day by day, so this is the 3rd day. Got 2 more days after this. Oh, I'd love to see the finished piece. It's looking so cool. I love the Saskatchewan motifs. Grain elevator, pickup truck, all the animals. It is awesome. I feel like the rest of the murals coming along are going to have a hard time topping this one. Okay, we have Birdo from Toronto coming up on the left. Stardust, a hotel. It's quite a vibe. Work in progress. That was funny. He got me to toss up one of his spray paints. It's fun interacting with the artists. We've got another one coming up ahead on this train car. Now, this one is not on the map, but I did see it on the website, so I'm not really sure what the story is with this, or what the name of the artist is. That is pretty cool. It's just in the middle of nowhere. This guy is a vibe. He's rocking out to Eminem. Okay, coming up next, number 3, we have one from last year by Jairus. Is that how you say that? Here we go. Cute. I'm sure most people have that photo on their phone of their own cat. Very nice stylization. Okay, another one from last year. Amazing skill. Love the color inversion. Very striking. This is by Phasm. I'm not sure how to even say that. It is by an artist from Modesto, California. Holy macaroni. That is very cool. I like how vicious it's looking with the teeth. He said that that's a picture of his niece dressed up like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that's pretty cute. And we got 2 more right across the street. Okay, 2 more here. Let's see. I'm not sure. I feel like one of these was here before the Mural Fest because only one of them, no, I'm not sure, 6 and 7 maybe. Lauren Day and Sonzi. Oh, look, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, Sans, and this is a different one. Lauren Day. Yeah, there it is. Cool. So from Saskatchewan and Medicine Hat. Very cool. Yep, this is very relevant to this area. That is beautiful. Coffee cup in hand, sure. Of course, gotta get the Shaunavon name in there. Got another one on the back of this building. It's outlined as Graffiti Alley. I love any street that has that kind of name. I've seen that in a few places. So here we go. All right. Incredible. So it looks like this was one from last year. Amazing looking, great skill. Beautiful. That is so cool. I've never seen a painting done with a roller brush before. So cool. She was an artist from Toronto. She's talking on the phone, so I didn't want to disturb her, but her piece looks incredible. I'd love to see what it looks like when it's done. And I'm now walking through Graffiti Alley, where I am seeing Johnny Cash, I believe. And probably someone else in country music that I just don't recognize. Cool. That is some awesome work here. Cute. Look at this dog. Oh, and Alberto. All right. That's very good, actually. It actually looks like we used to have something on this garage door. I can see a person's head, kinda. But we have some lovely tagging over it, of course. Cool. Thumbs up for Graffiti Alley. Okay, I'm coming up to another one that was done last year. This one is done by a local artist, Shaunavon, so that is super cool. I really like how this one is just kind of like, I don't know, it's like splattered on the edges there. Like it doesn't go all the way to the border, but neither does it just like stop with the dog. So that is very cool. Amazing skill. And I was just surprised when I turned around and saw this owl. Gorgeous. I love that. I'm a sucker for owl designs also. It's probably part of it. Beautiful. So this is done by an artist named Bacon from Toronto. So that is pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, the dog one, what's the name of the artist there? Andrew Robertson. Yeah, from Shaunavon. So I don't know if I have too many left actually. There's only 15. So I think I've got 3 left to find. So, and they're all on the street, so it should be pretty easy to find. I did see this one before because it is on the wall of the visitor center. This is Marge Cresswell from Toronto. That's so cool to see the way that it's fitting into like all of the brick slots as well, instead of just trying to ignore the bricks, actually making it part of the piece. This is another mural. This is not part of the Southwest Mural Fest. I can tell because it says August 2014, but it is very cool also. I wonder what this is saying. Hello in a bunch of different languages. Cute. And then we've got iconic buildings from around the world. That is beautiful. I love that. Okay, number 13 is one from last year. I can see it on the other side there. And that is where I started this morning. And we've got one more just around this corner that I haven't seen yet. And that one is being done currently by Riley Taney, Billings, Montana. That one is so cool. She seems to be in quite a flow state, so I didn't want to disturb her, but so much talent, so much skill there. I really, really like that one. It's gonna look amazing. It already looks amazing, but I can't wait to see it when it is finished. Well, that is that. I've seen all 15 of the murals from this year and last year as well, and also a few other ones that had been done years earlier that weren't part of the Southwest Mural Fest. It was really cool to see everything here, but the highlight was definitely getting to interact with the artists. Most of them were very, very excited to talk to me, to talk about their art, and they're very enthusiastic and friendly about what they were doing, which I guess makes sense because I imagine this is their passion. That's a pretty cool thing to be doing in life. That was definitely a highlight for me, to be able to talk to some of those artists. Okay, I have seen a mural up here, but I don't know how to see it properly, actually. That's cool. It's a bison. Can kind of see it from here, but not really well enough, unfortunately. Maybe if I go across the street. Let's see. There it is. Beautiful. This is another one that is not part of the Southwest Mural Fest. In addition, I have just loved exploring around Shaunavon. It has such a nice vibe here, really local, small town feel, but still a lot going on. Seems pretty historical, like they've preserved a lot of their historical buildings and stuff. So amazing town to explore around, and I love this Southwest Mural Fest. So much fun to look around. I can't wait to be back next year so I can see all of these murals finished, but also see new ones in progress, because that was so awesome to be able to interact with the artists like that. So amazing.